that in front of a Jedi Master and then proceeded to kick the shit out of everyone you came up against.
You swear there was even a Dark Jedi that came up to you, but your sheer strength as you tried to block your thing just crushed him. Just.
Oh,
holy. Even the Mandalorian's like, wow, strong. Have you ever seen in Mass Effect when you go to a Krogan ritual? Essentially, it's like...
This nigga just turned into a Vanguard from Mass Effect.
It's like, well, you got several marriage offers for Astrid and like 5 for Kains. Apparently he impressed some people. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Alright, Astrid, blow it.
Imagine being Yulin and getting blown the fuck out.
Now I'm going to technically say, with all these criticals, with all these triumphs, as you're moving forward, you're actually close enough to see that Yulin's basically struggling with your father, and he's like got a knife. Like, your father is a big dude. He's lifting Yulin off the ground, but Yulin's like got a knife into his shoulder, and they're both struggling. But he's latched onto him and getting them off it, like holding each other. The Erinai's sword is off to the side somewhere, but that's what you see is him being held up.
Can I just make eye contact with my dad? I'm just smiling and I'm basically silently saying,
you can't tell because we both have helmets off.
Essentially, if you look towards you, he's like, he basically holds him out further away from him, like holds him like further off of him, and you see, since he's done this, he's a bit more defenseless because he managed Julian managed to get the knife back, and he's about to stab your father again. What are you gonna do?
No.
Are you going to aim for his dick?
No, I'm shooting him in the fucking chest.
Jesus. Crit plus 30. Crit
plus 30. Crit
That is certain you
plus
just shot him in the head,
30.
actually.
Crit
But
plus
yeah,
30.
okay. Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, that fucking carbine is almost as good as a lightsaber, but at range.
Best part is, she gets 2 shots. Shoots him in the dick and then the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna take strain and shoot again.
No, we can't do that, remember?
We can't?
Yeah. Ash, remember that we can't actually do that, remember?
No, you can strain and take a shot. The thing is, you can't use a critical to double damage. That's
oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry, it's been forever. I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. It's been.
What does 74 do?
It's called. 1 second. Let me have a look.
Something bad.
Oh wait, I want to shoot his arm off.
Hang on. Wait. No. Wait. Here it is. Overpowered. The target leaves himself open. The attacker may immediately attempt another free attack action against him using the exact same pause.
Oh god.
So essentially, as he's raising a dagger,
oh my god, a free attack
slams into his arm, making him fly backwards, and it's almost a slow-mo as a barrel's going on behind him. The shot gets him, turns it, forces him to turn towards you, and he's like,
gonna fucking triple tap his ass.
You can see half of his mask half of his helmet's broken, and you just see the surprise in his eyes. Like,
I'm gonna shoot. Can I shoot him in the dick?
You can just take a shot and see what happens.
I want to shoot him in the dick.
Crit
you mean
plus
taking?
20.
I know you mean
plus 20.
Oh god.
Oh my. Oh, you can create a loop. You can literally create an endless loop of hits.
81.
Yes, if you roll well enough, you can do that.
Winded. Until the end of the encounter, the target cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain maneuvers. You just disable his ability to turn on his shield.
Okay, I'm gonna take
another shot
him
hits
again
him
in the dick.
Wait.
Vomits out of his helmet.
Wait. How much health does he have? Isn't he fucking dead?
Even if he is, he's gonna take the last shot anyway.
Let me shoot him again.
Shoot him in the dick. Shoot him in the dick.
Ash can add up
I
damage
just did.
Yeah, but
wait, was that the dick shot?
Yeah, I shot him in the chest.
Yeah, essentially, his armor may have not made it penetrate, but it flipping hurt. It's just like boom. It's like,
yeah, what I just did is I shot him in the chest, which knocked him to the ground. Then I shot him in the dick, and now I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Okay, I approve of this tactic.
I mean, even if it has like.
Well, I
it's 18
what happened
fucking
after.
damage.
I will describe.
Don't worry about it.
Shoot again. You can shoot again.
I crit again!
Critical!
Oh my god.
Critical.
Well, at least it's just a flat crit this time.
Critical.
It's only a flat.
Come on, get an extra hit.
Oh,
Or free.
boy.
Oh my god, hang on. Wait. This is fucking perfect. Right. I will describe to you what actually happened, Astrid. When your dad was holding him up and his feet were supported on your dad, about to strike him with a dagger while he's being held up by the collar, you shot his arm, which forcibly turned his chest towards you. You shot him basically in the dick area and got him winded. And then your last critical is caused a bowled over. The target is knocked prone and suffers 1 strain. So essentially, your last shot hit him in the chest and flipping knocked him backwards onto the floor, writhing. He's like,
You all better let me kill him. I called dibs on killing him.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Finish him.
you can
I
just
mean,
see
yeah.
finish it.
You're the one that has to kill that fucker, so...
Nice.
Oh my god.
Can I just
mean,
murder him?
Yeah.
Amanda,
You know,
did you bring your axe?
My saber has
I
that once
did.
per combat ability. Can I use
Check.
it for my grand... Like, it doesn't specify. Can I use it so that no one can come in and help him? Can Jedi
You
Ghost
could.
stop him from getting aid?
You could, yes.
Good, okay, so Grandma Dibler, Papa Aleni, and the married couple are gonna go. And we're all chipping in. Astrid.
Alright, so what I want to do is I want to find the Aleni sword, and I'm just walking casually at this point. I want to pick it up, kind of start walking back towards Yulin while I'm admiring it. Then I'm going to put my foot on his chest and just immediately stab him directly at the exposed side of the face. I'm just gonna plunge it into his head. I'm not even gonna give him a chance to say anything.
I was about to say, oh my god, he's gonna evolve into his second stage or something.
No, I scared you, that did I? Oh my god, that was...
I
That's
think you're
my
gonna have some
wife!
challenges for your
He
wife's
says
hand
if
now.
she just stabbed someone in the head.
Fucking brilliant.
So essentially, as you lift up your blades, you just see him right on the ground going, I followed the true Mandalorian. You bitch! Doosh! And the sword goes into his head.
And look where that got you.
Your father's hand will rest on your shoulder. Even as the battle's raging around you all, you see blood dripping from his shoulder and he's going, well done.
Thanks, Dad.
And then he's going to collapse to one knee and you see him,
Kains!
it's okay, I'm not dying. It hurts.
This is the perfect Mandalorian romantic moment. Tell me I'm wrong.
He's just gonna dip kisser over the corpse of someone she ate.
The corpse of a hated foe.
Fucking Mandalorians.
Kains
pretty
reverse windmills back over to you.
Well, you see him backflipping and everything.
Kains goes over to his defeated foes. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Picks up medkit.
He's got like 4 medkits under his cape.
I have destroyed 5 other medics in combat. I am the ultra medic.
I'm pretty sure that breaks the Geneva Convention. Destroys 5 other medics in combat.
Well, luckily then that the Geneva Convention is an Earth custom and has nothing to do with the Republic.
Exactly.
It's fucking funny to me though, the idea I have destroyed
why am I
other
just-
medics in combat.
That would have been so much longer if you guys didn't just fucking destroy it.
If we didn't just triumph, crit.
Oh god, meanwhile...
Also, wait, what do you mean it would break the Geneva Convention?
You don't shoot medics.
Oh, I thought
You-
you were
you
gonna be
also
like
don't-
Hippocratic Oath.
No.
Hippocratic Oath chicken.
That too.
You also don't usually kill an enemy who has been rendered unable to continue fighting.
Ash, I couldn't help but notice that you just made one of the enemy ships disappear, and I don't mean it was destroyed and then disappeared. It literally ran away without anybody destroying it.
It was using the thing as cover, don't worry. It decided not to stick around, given that every other ship was getting destroyed.
But it must die, though.
He's not a retard. he's a fighter ace, not a retard. The
Hang
guy
on,
gets to live.
1 second, I got one more roll to make. I got one more roll to make. Let's see if they make it.
Oh, this gonna be good.
That was a very satisfying combat.
Is Orville shooting at the Aegis Dawn?
Yeah, 1 second, let me take a look.
Alright,
Nope.
In Aura we trust. Fuck up the Aegis Dawn, my dude.
Okay, so essentially, given that you destroyed their leader, that you're just decimating the robots, your forces, the Mandalorian forces and Republic forces, just eventually start crushing the entirety of the boarded flipping people. I mean, droids, just decimating them left and right.
One of the best.
Wait, they had nothing but droids? They're not actually Mandalorian warriors?
No, there is a few Mandalorians, but they're so few in comparison.
The best bit is that ship didn't take much damage at all, so now Clan Aleni has a fancy new capital ship.
Oh, look, another
Relatively
ship.
unscathed.
This will be a fine addition to my collection.
Your father
I
comes
was
up and
trained
says
in the
those exact
scavenging arts
words.
by Jack Dibler.
No, by the way, Jack, as you're actually standing on the ship watching the combat go on and the forces push forward. Sorry. Astrid's father, Fendor, puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "You have done well, and I will accept your gift." He gestures towards battleship.
I'm just beaming up at him. Today has gone most exactly like I hoped it.
It seems like you are not as weak as I first thought. Though I did accept your prowess, you have shown great combat ability. Here, he hands you a Aleni sword, which you still can't carry, by the way, so even if you grab it, you're like... You may keep it. We'll give it to Astrid, either way.
Finally, after 6 months, I managed to give it to him.
I'm gonna attempt athletics, or whatever the equivalent is, to at least keep face as I pass it along.
Athletics
know.
at a 4 difficulty. Yes, you may try.
I'd like to appear as if I can at least
Ron.
attempt to carry this. Maybe. It's not a fail.
Oh my god!
So essentially, you're like,
Oh my god.
You're not putting off the fact that you can't wield it, but you're definitely like, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's not a fail. It's like
No,
But it's
actually,
not a
you're not
success
struggling.
either.
Actually, you're right. You
Wait, you
didn't
ruled
fail.
no successes.
You're not actually struggling, but the thing is, you cannot move from that spot since you know the moment it leans one way or the other, that's it. It's gone.
it's like it's keeping it up perfectly at a salute until Astrid comes over to fetch it.
You're like looking towards Ashley, and it's like, help.
Astrid's just smiling at you. She knows you can't lift that.
I'll thank him. Say this belongs to someone worthy to wield it though. And I begin to tip the blade ever so slightly towards her, so she has the option of either catching it smoothly or letting it lean over into the ground. The ball is in your court.
Astrid will accept it.
There we go. Play it off, fam. No one noticed. Brush his shoulders mentally.
Perfect. Right then. So, as you look out from the... What? What?
Yes.
I request one with his face on as well, please. Also,
God.
that's hilarious.
I'll see if I have it.
I feel like we should get back to the session and stop gaming.
Okay, right, let's get back to the session because it's going to end for this part right now. So essentially, as you're looking out from the windows of the captured Mandalorian ship, you witness the Aegis Dawn slowly falling down towards the planet below.
There it goes. Nice knowing you.
You
As
see
predicted.
Orville's fighters attempting to make sure it stays down. The battleship sinking into the clouds below. Passing by Cora as she's making her way down the elevator. You see the massive ship passing you by. They did it. They won.
Good.
And now, the next step, and likely the final step of this episode, will be facing Revak on the mining platform below with no chance of escape. You are currently going down the elevator shaft, correct?
That is correct. The
Alright.
sound of battle still somewhere up there.
Yes.
So I
Currently
can't hear it
you-
because space.
Yes. Currently, well, in Star Wars, space battles do have sound, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, the point is, as you're going down the elevator shaft, you see the Aegis Dawn sinking into the clouds before you, burning. Each of the ships scattering as life pods and the like are sent off back into space. All you see is the flames disappear in the clouds as you head further down. Till eventually you reach the end of the elevator shaft. The doors are closed before you.
Bzzz.
Hang on. I gotta... Where is it? There we go. Yeah.
You
So
might,
essentially you...
you might wanna keep that sound in mind because something tells me I'll need it again.
So essentially you use your lightsaber to cut open the door.
Yep.
It's not opening, of course. There's no power to it.
I'm
So,
gonna cut
you
through
just-
it and, get out of the shaft.
As you step out of the shaft, and as you walk forward through the barely working mining station, around you on various points. One moment. This is what the mining station looks like, by the way. You're essentially up here, in this location.
Okay.
So yeah, as you're looking around, you notice that the robed figures from before are still around you. They're the same people that have been following you since the beginning. The masks, the lightsabers, everything. They're all just watching you as you walk forwards.
So basically they've surrounded me. Are they close by?
Some are close by, but mainly they're watching you, just like they did on the planet before.
Gotcha. Let's see. Got my shit.
Essentially, they look like this.
Enough. Yeah, they are wearing the masks. I'm gonna try and technically, you know how there's a few powers in the force menu, and you basically have to make them work thematically. I have both battle meditation and sense. I kind of want to link myself with them and share some of my memories and feelings and intentions. Like, you know, kind of broadcasting it sort of on an open channel.
Alright. As you start this, the people are still motionless, but they're not making a movement towards you. You're sure that you've connected to them, but as you walk and, well, do you just stand still and do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop and just stand still as I'm doing it. I'm also gonna put my lightsaber away. My hands are empty.
Alright. As you do walk forward, well, as you do stop, you hear a voice from what appears to be the, well, tannery system of the mining station. But the person that is using it is clear as day behind the glass of the command center of this place. Rolovarek is standing watching what you're doing.
Okay,
He
spotted
speaks
me
up.
already.
No, he knew you were coming.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to hide. When you have fucking 3 force dice.
So, you are the only one to arrive. So far.
You almost sound disappointed. What? Did you expect a bigger crowd?
The Force tends to send more than enough it needs to take care of a situation. I honestly expected I was worth more than this.
Well, it seems we both overestimated each other.
Perhaps. However, I was surprised that every single one of these had returned to me. He gestures around to the beings around you.
Oh, why is that?
I told you before that they were not of my creation. They were simply what I picked up from the remnants of the Bloodforge's experiments. I have made newer, better ones, so I set them loose on the galaxy to do as they wished, but it seems like the Forge has broken them in a way.
Funny you should say that. Don't you have this backwards?
He looks towards you, waiting for you to continue.
The only one broken here is you.
Turning my words against me when they hold no meaning.
Is that what you think I was doing? He smirks. It doesn't matter anyway. If you've got any last words, I'll hear them.
Well, you did not listen to me last time.
That's because
So
you
perhaps
had a
you-
peanut gallery. I will listen to you now.
So be it. I mentioned before, these are beings that I found, and I have much information on them. I promised you that I could bring your people back, did I not? What did you think I meant by this?
Cora doesn't say anything. She's just gonna let him speak.
You were attempting to do something with them right now, are you not?
So what if I was?
Well, you are attempting to use them in a different way than you should be. You are trying to share emotions and feelings you have gathered over, well, the recent times. But what you do not know, or do not seem to want to know, is that these people are your people. They are not clones, Cora.
I saw my
Ev-
people die a long time ago.
No. You saw some people die. Your memory was fragmented and broken. Of course, it is still even now. Some parts of it have not returned, unimportant parts that are not good for your development. Probably as the Bloodforge predicted. You were not the only one captured during that time. Why would they only take one of you when they could take the entire tribe?
Of course they did. But why do you think I hated them so much? It wasn't
Yes.
because of what they did to me. It's because they did it to all of us.
Exactly. And you were the only successful experiment.
Oh, this success?
You're immortal. You hold great power. You hold free will now. So yes, I do. But the others, your fellow kinsmen, were simply templated off of you. Hence why their faces are so unrecognizable to you. So, if you wish to break the programming that has been held within them by him, then I suggest you share memories of the distant past.
Actually, Ash, that's kind of what I did. You just assumed it was recent memories. I was sharing memories of the planet before, shit hit the fan.
Oh, you said just oh, I assumed to. Okay,
I
never
mean,
mind.
why would I share my adventures with the crew? I mean, it makes sense that I would share,
Well-
the world that I grew up, the family, the connections that we had.
Yeah, okay. I assumed a different way, okay. But yeah, essentially, as you're doing this, you can see some of them are acting more lively than before, shaking their heads, holding their heads in confusion, basically less robotic than they were before. Rivik just watches on. The programming can be undone, and so can their mental state. All it takes is something from the Bloodforge itself. And you would have your people back, Cora.
You don't get it, do you? Funny. You think you've got all the answers, and yet there you are, still blind to the world around you. Still blind to what's about to happen. How do you think you're getting off this planet?
He looks up. I cannot. But that is not my objective.
So you've accepted that you're going to die here.
There is no death, Cora.
I
There's
hope
no
people
such thing.
know what death is. Don't be so presumptuous. You're too young and too naive.
There is only the Force.
That's funny coming from somebody who doesn't care about it much.
Ah, but you are wrong. You have all interpreted what I am attempting to do with your own brash, your own naivete. Even you, who was hundreds of years old, has never grown up.
Why don't you
Always a
enlighten me?
scared little girl. Always afraid. Always running.
Why don't you
Always
enlighten
trying
me
to
then?
fight. You wish me to enlighten you?
Yes, tell me
Fine.
what your grand ambition is. I am dying to know.
I wish to unshackle the Force.
And how exactly are you going to do that?
The Bloodforge is easily capable of this feat. It may not unshackle every single place, but to enable it to take most of the galaxy, to make sure that the Force is able to be wielded, to still be present, but have none of its control.
And what would the consequences be?
None. Or all. Whatever they will be, finally, you can take solace that your consequences were your own, and not some path that the Force dictated for you long in advance. That is what I'm trying to get rid of. Fate. The ability for the Force to make sure there is always balance. to make sure that we are on its strings. Why do you think the Sith Empire suddenly appeared at the peak of Republic power? Because the Force itself desires balance.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant-ass robot!